Hey folks, welcome back to another makeup video. A little bit of a different setup today, and I'm going to be showing you my vegan and cruelty-free everyday makeup look for the warmer weather. So this is more of a dewy look. It's also taking into account the fact that as the weather is warmer, my hay fever is being a little bitch. Like honestly, I've never had hay fever like it. I mean, there's definitely worse problems to have, but it makes my eyes run so much and my nose run, and it's not a good time. I've been wanting to wear makeup to perk me up and make me feel ready for the day. But I haven't been wanting to wear too much of a heavy base because it can feel heavy on your eyes. Otherwise, I'll just share the products I've been using and let you know what I've been doing, tips and tricks and so on and so forth. And this product here is one that I'm using in this video and I have been testing out, but I haven't formed an opinion on yet. It's really lightweight. It's an SPF 50 from Tropic. This is a new launch, but it's got chemical and mineral filters in it. However, when you look on their ingredients list on the website, the Inky list, the full breakdown, it doesn't say what those filters are. It just says reef safe filters. So I'm going to look into that because I know some chemical filters cannot be too great for the environment, but it's a bit of a tangled web. I used to think that chemical was bad, physical was good. Now it's a bit like zinc oxide could be just as bad as some, or worse than some chemical filters. Science is not straightforward, my friends. It's really not. Anyway, I go on top of that with this very orange looking skin shade. It doesn't look this orange in real life. It's basically a tinted moisturizer, but this is 100% mineral SPF, and this is an old product from Tropic. I do really like this, but I wouldn't recommend it for oily skinned folk because it is very dewy. It adds a bit of coverage, it adds a lot of hydration, and I really like that because at the moment my skin is just, you know, that self-isolation skin. Mine is dehydrated and just yeah, it's sucking up anything I put on it, which sounds horrible. Slurping it up. So yeah, I just pat this in with my fingers, adds a bit of coverage, and I do need to go in with another product for some more coverage under my eyes, around my mouth. And my favourite thing to do of late is to use my full coverage foundation. This is my fave foundation. I use the shade 1.40, I believe. I hate this packaging, but the actual product is great. I use it where I would use concealer because it gives full coverage, but it feels so much more lightweight, and I also feel like it lasts longer than concealer because, like I say, hay fever, eyes are running, nose is streaming. It's just not very pretty, and it means that any makeup that I put under my eyes that is heavy in any sense is at risk of creasing or streaming, like going down my face. It's a struggle, but there are worse struggles to have, definitely. But I've just found ways to kind of use full coverage product, less of a full coverage product as opposed to more of a lower coverage, thicker product. If that makes any sense, I don't know if it does. Pat this in with a Nanshy sponge, and then I'm going to move on to cream contour. So I have been loving this contour stick, and I know I've mentioned it before. It's really affordable. It's got a contouring end. Well, I use it as a bronzing product, to be honest, because it's quite a warm shade. This is their medium stick. They have a lighter stick, I think it's just called Light, which is more of a kind of contour shade, a cooler shade, and works so well with this highlighter brush, by the way. Got this recently, and they pair really well together. It's so creamy, but it blends out really, really well, but it still shows up. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll explain. Basically, the Charlotte Tilbury contour one that I have been using, I kind of switched out this product for the contour one because I wanted to try something new. That one is really nice, but it's so subtle. It's so subtle that it's basically not worth the effort. It's really not. I have used it in a video before, so I'll link it if you want to see it in action. But it's just, unless you're really, really, really fair and you're really scared of going overboard, I feel like it's just not worth the effort. Whereas this one, it adds warmth to the skin, but in a really nice natural way. And it lasts well on the skin. I mean, I do find that cream products wear away quicker than powder products, but they look nicer on the skin. Do you know what I'm saying? For blush, I'm going to be using this lip gloss. I know it's probably a bit gross to apply it straight from the applicator, but what can you do? If I get pink eye, that's my prerogative. You know what I'm saying? I've actually never had pink eye in my life. That's a fun fact. I used to think it was an urban myth, but I do believe I believe in pink eye. Anyway, and that's another story for another day. Dabbing it out, dab, dab, dab. And applying some lip liner. Oh yeah, I remember. I did my makeup in a weird order, and I was expecting eyes next because that's what I'm used to seeing in a video. But for some reason I go in with the lips first. So I'm applying my favourite lip liner and then a little bit of lipstick from 100% Pure. This is something I hauled recently on my channel. It's the shade Clover. I love this lipstick range. Like, the formula is absolutely banging. This colour I love. I think it's really, really nice, but it doesn't beat Foxglove. Foxglove is their best shade for my complexion, I believe. But I just dab a little bit of the pigment on because it still feels lovely. It's very lightweight and I do like the shade. I made it a little bit more pinky. I like a nice kind of like juicy, pinky, glossy lip. So I took that same lip gloss and applied it to my lips. This I also hauled recently and it is very nice. I think I prefer the Fenty Gloss Bomb, but it's still a nice product. And in terms of my eyebrows, you've seen it all before. You've seen it all. Oh my days, look at that. That spoolie is looking worse for wear. I'm going to have to clean that. How do you guys clean your spoolies? Because I usually just wipe them off. With makeup brushes, I do a deep clean with like proper, I set out a towel and I'll kind of like wash everything. And I have this little silicone scrubber that I use with them. But when it comes to spoolies, I feel like I should wash it, but I just kind of wipe off the product. Anyway, let me know down below if you have a secret trick to cleaning spoolies. But I just build up the arch. This is the same old routine I've been doing for ages, but build up the arch and brush them through and then set them in place with my Boutique brow gel. This is the same old, this really hasn't changed. I love this brow gel though. Look at that, £2.50. The price is right with this one. So affordable. It locks the brow hairs in so well. The applicator is a bit goopy, so you do have to kind of wipe it off. What am I doing? Highlighter, yes. So I use the matte highlighter on that contour stick underneath the brow bone. And then I go in with this Serum Highlighter. Also hauled this recently on my channel. Look at that price tag. That's expensive. That is very expensive. This is the shade Nova, and I do like this. When I first tried it, I was disappointed. I'll be real with you. It's a gel-like texture to a liquid, very hydrating, which I love, but it's very subtle. Like, it's the most subtle sheeny highlight. It feels really nice on the skin, but you will be disappointed if you want an intense kind of like Cover FX drops glow. But I'm definitely trying to get my money's worth out of it because yeah, it's very expensive. But something that isn't that expensive, this is the e.l.f. under eye setting powder. This is the shade Sheer. I don't know if they do different shades, but I've got mine in the shade Sheer, and I take it with this B brush. This is the best under eye setting brush ever, by the way. If you don't have this and you have kind of small eyes and you get creases, I really recommend setting underneath your eyes with this. Just tap out the creases with your finger, especially if you do have watery eyes as well. Like, my eyes water really, really badly. So I set underneath there, around my nose or my chin. If I'm going to blow my nose, the makeup's just going to come off. They need to make makeup that's just like a tattoo on your face. Oh no, that already exists. Bit of eyeshadow, nothing too fancy, just a cool toned eyeshadow in the crease. And then I'm going to apply my liquid liner. Now, this little bitch is a pain in the derriere. I do not recommend this product at all, but I spent £5 Great British pounds on it. So I'm trying to get my money's worth. But basically the nib on it, this is going to sound kind of grotesque, but the nib is really stiff. It's got a stiff nib. Stiff nib. And it's very unuser friendly. Unfriendly. It's just hard to use basically, and I'm quite a well-seasoned winged liner applier. I wear it all the time, but this bad boy I'm not a fan of, as you can see by my face. It's also messy. It's also very hard to get the lid off. If your hands are sweaty at all, if they're not dry as chalk, it's hard to get the lid off because it's such a slippery package. But I'm going to stop making like weird phrases like slippery package and stiff nib now, because we're moving on to the winged liner application, which is frustrating me to watch. It's just really hard to use. The formula is actually okay, but because my eyes have been watering, how many times can I say that in one video? I don't do my usual cat eye. I've just been doing a teeny tiny little line, like a flick, but just literally carrying on the bottom lash line, if that makes any sense. So that it's not going all the way across my eye, it's just giving a little bit of definition and a bit of lift. And then curling my lashes and applying some mascara, but a teeny bit of mascara, not too much, just a couple of coats, couple of strokes, sorry. And this one in particular is very similar to their Real mascara by Benefit. Quite an expensive mascara, also not cruelty free, but this one's very separating, it's very natural, but makes the lashes look nice and curled and pretty. And that's pretty much it. I just add a little bit of Fenty lip gloss, a teeny bit of setting spray, like literally minuscule. I think I was just feeling a bit hot, so I wanted to spray it on my neck. And that's it. That's what I've been doing of late. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe give it a thumbs up if you fancy, and if you want to see some more from me, subscribe, comment, follow my socials, and hopefully I shall see you very soon. Bye!